We all know Thanos as the power-hungry, Infinity Stone-obsessed wielder of the Infinity Gauntlet who got rid of half of the universe's population with the snap of his fingers. But what do you really know about everyone's favorite Marvel supervillain? Thanos actually has quite the interesting backstory, and we're going to dive right into it. Before we begin, subscribe to CBR and ring that bell to join our notification squad so you never miss a video. Without further ado, here's the unheard biography of Thanos.
Fine. I'll do it myself.
Let's start with what we know about Thanos in the comics. He was born on Saturn's moon, Titan, and first appeared in 1973's Iron Man issue 55. Thanos is part of an ancient race known as the Deviants, who are an offshoot of the Eternals. Who are the Eternals? Well, they're perfect godlike beings who were created by 2,000-foot-tall space gods known as the Celestials. The Deviants have the power of the Eternals, but as you can tell, they definitely don't have their looks, that's for sure. Thanos is a prince and the son of the Eternal King Alars and Suisan, but was born with a mutation known as Deviant Syndrome, making him look like a deviant with hide-like purple skin and a massive body, but actually being an Eternal. This made him stronger than anyone on Titan, so no one, and we mean no one, wanted to mess with him. Straying further and further away from the morals and values the Eternals stand for, Thanos started becoming interested in death and nihilism. After exploring a subterranean temple, Thanos finally comes face to face with death, which changed everything. Now, if we would see the physical embodiment of someone known as death, we would definitely run away and hide for the rest of our lives, but not Thanos. He does the exact opposite and actually falls in love with death. She becomes the major motivator for all of Thanos' actions. Everywhere he went, mass casualties followed. He traveled the universe, acquiring a vast amount of knowledge and making allies with plenty of different hostile alien races. He then, launched a nuclear attack on his home planet of Titan, which wiped out most of the population, including his mother. Since Titan was now in ruins with no one to challenge Thanos, he decided to rule over the planet where he earned his moniker of the Mad Titan. He continued to travel the universe, ending so many lives just to show Death how devoted he was to her. He would go planet to planet, pillaging them.
That's literally.
When his pillaging turned to Nidavellir, the star where Thor's hammer Mjolnir was made, he wiped out all the dwarves other than Eitri, the one who made Mjolnir and Stormbreaker, because he was the universe's most talented blacksmith. Thanos forced him to force the Infinity Gauntlet, capable of housing all 6 Infinity Gems, as they're called in the comics. Over the course of this journey to obtain all the Infinity Gems, Thanos ends up adopting Gamora and groomed her into the deadliest woman in the galaxy. Of course, Thanos ends up collecting all of these Infinity Gems and wipes out half of the world's population. He didn't wipe out Gamora's sister Nebula, who stole the Infinity Gauntlet and used it against Thanos, forcing him to quit killing everything in his path and retire his life as a supervillain. She then used the Infinity Gauntlet to go back in time before everyone was turned to dust and return the galaxy to its proper state. Thanos was never killed in the comics, but was locked up in a place he'll never get out of. Thanos' backstory has been expanded on in the comics so many times, but in the movies, we don't know much about his origins. He first appeared in the Avengers, when he worked with Loki to get his hands on the Space Stone, supplying the disgraced Asgardian with an army of Chitauri. In Guardians of the Galaxy, we see Thanos working with Ronan the Accuser to acquire the Power Stone. But once he got his hands on it, Ronan used the power for himself, making Nebula defect alongside him. In the mid-credits scene of Avengers Age of Ultron, Thanos finally realizes that he has to take matters into his own hands because his minions are unreliable traitors. He then does anything in his power to acquire the Infinity Stones in Avengers Infinity War, even throwing his adopted daughter Gamora off a cliff to get his hands on one. The Avengers fought as hard as they could. But Thanos got possession of all 6 Infinity Stones and wiped out half the universe population with the snap of his fingers. While we still don't know Thanos' true motivations in the MCU, other than he's a power-hungry mad titan, we know it might have something to do with death, like in the comics. So we really wouldn't be surprised if she made an appearance in Avengers 4.
Oh no. Well done.
And there you have it. Is Thanos your favorite Marvel supervillain? Do you think he has something up his sleeve for Avengers 4? Let us know in the comments section below. And don't forget, subscribe to CBR for more videos like this one. Thanks for watching.